This name Chiasso sounds Italian. Well, of course, this is still the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland, but we will be leaving Switzerland very soon, in just a couple of minutes. Switzerland will be just a distant memory, as we'll take you into Italy. Alright, so again, come back to Switzerland, guys, in the future. As I said, this small country requires at least a week of your time, also a week of your money's worth, because of course it is an expensive country, as you probably all felt or basically realized in their many ports of entry into Switzerland. The best way to come back to Switzerland is by air, guys. Again, too many airports there. Zurich, Kloten, located northwest of Zurich, again, home to Swiss International, but there are many airlines flying into Zurich, and the second busiest as well, Geneva, to the west. Again, the gateway is basically to this small alpine country. So the border is now less than 2 kilometers away, and as you'll find out, no passport checks. Again, the Switzerland, the Swiss nation, and the Italian nation are members of this Schengen area, armored customs area, which was formed in the 1990s in this small town of Schengen in the south of Luxembourg. And of course, I've never been checked, guys. I've done this green line maybe 40 times. Never happened to me. So it will most likely not happen unless they have a little farewell celebration for me here in store, my last green line for now. So, but I don't think that will be the case. We'll be able to drive straight through. Again, there are occasional slowdowns when traffic is heavy, and traffic is pretty heavy here for cars. But as you can see, there's a specific lane for cars, there's a specific lane for coaches. We can drive straight through. So, auf Wiedersehen, or Arrivederci, Switzerland. We're now entering the Republic of Italy, and heavy traffic, I have to say. Unusual, but you know, it's possible. So these are the former, well, still used the customs, the areas there, employing a handful of people. But this is it, guys. Okay, we're back in Euro territory. We've entered Italia. So, benvenuti, guys. Welcome to this beautiful country. And since we're going to be in Italy for a couple days, I feel it's necessary to maybe have a couple of words, okay? Teach us a couple of words in Italian. Some words are probably already familiar to you. So, the most usual greeting in Italy is, of course, the good morning, which is buongiorno. Buongiorno is, of course, hello. Of course, you have the other greeting called ciao. Ciao. When you enter a place, you can say ciao. When you leave a place, you can ciao. You can say ciao as well. Okay. Now, what about the word for thank you? Well, the word for thank you is grazie. Okay, grazie. Thank you very much. What else, guys? Arrivederci means bye-bye, see you. Arrivederci. A little difficult. Hey, guys, if you see a beautiful girl, you say ciao bella. And if you girls see a handsome boy, you say ciao bello. Words with O usually are masculine. Words with A are usually feminine. Okay? And amore means my love. Ciao amore. Okay? It's all about passion and love here in Italy. Alright, so again, those are a couple of, we're not going to teach you the bad words just yet, guys. We might save them for a little later. Okay, no, never mind, let's not go there. So we're just keeping it nice and easy. So, Italy, guys, we've entered this third country on our list. We'll do a little bit of comparison, as I always do. Remember 2 days ago we were in France. France, the biggest country in Western Europe, with its 550,000 square kilometers. Until about 2 minutes ago, we were in Switzerland. Switzerland much smaller, with it just 40,000 square kilometers. Italy, somewhere in between, 301,000 square kilometers. But it's still a pretty large population with 61 million people. Alright, and of course its capital is Roma, with its 4.5 million people, located in the center of this peninsula. Remember the boot, lo stivale in Italian. Alright, So what are some of the other big cities here in Italy? Well, they include Milano, with its 1.5 million, which is the second biggest city in the country. Other cities include Florence or Firenze, which is much smaller. We'll go to Florence on Wednesday with its 500,000 people. Then Venice, guys, Venice is even smaller with just 265,000. There are other cities that are not on our list that we'll take you to, that we will not take you to, but are worth mentioning, including the city of Naples or Napoli in the south, big port town with a population of over 1 million. Another famous city, we're going to drive past it, we're not going to stop there. It's a city called Bologna with its 500,000 people. Of course, Bologna is home to some of Italy's most famous dishes. And last but not least, guys, the city will be staying on Wednesday. Well, we do not have any sightseeing there. It is the city of Genova, okay, which was the location of that tragic bridge collapse a couple of weeks ago. Genoa, a city of about 500,000 people, the birthplace of Christopher Columbus in the 1450s. So, when we think of Italy, guys, we might be reminded of some of its products, right? Well, let's start by introducing, of course, the fashion industry. Motorcycles there. So, fashion industry, guys. What are some of the most famous fashion brands? Well, they include, of course, Armani, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Prada there, Salvatore Ferragamo, both the fashion and the leather industry, guys. The leather industry is located usually in Tuscany and Florence in particular, all right? So fashion is big business, and Milan, along with Paris, is one of the two fashion capitals of Italy. What else, guys? When we think of Italy, we're probably reminded of its foods, because no matter where you live around the world, you'll have a pizzeria pretty much next door. Whenever Italians move, they migrate, they go to different countries, they will open a ristorante or a pizzeria. Now, what of Italy's what are some of Italy's most famous dishes? Well, of course, guys, the pastas. And there are many types of different pastas, including, of course, penne, cannelloni, tortellini, ravioli, lasagne, fusilli, and so forth. There are many dozens of different types of pasta. What about pizza? Well, of course, guys, there are many dozens of types of pizza as well, including probably Italy's most famous is called the margherita. And I'll tell you a little more about this margherita when we get to Milan. Margherita is a simple pizza with basil, mozzarella cheese, and tomato, okay? And then, of course, guys, there are the other famous types and dishes, including the gnocchi. The gnocchi are those potato dumplings, which are usually had near Genova, in the west of the country, northwest, and usually had with pesto, the green sauce. And last but not least, guys, of course, the risotto, which is, again, Milan's most authentic dish, the simmered rice dish with either chicken or shrimp. So we've mentioned the leather industry, the fashion industry, the foods, and of course, guys, you also have to mention the automobile and automotive industry. Car brands like Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, Pagani, Alfa Romeo. Again, there are many dozens of car brands here, and also some very famous motorcycle brands like Ducati, and of course, the all-famous little motorcycle called the Vespa. And Vespa means bee or wasp in Italian. Those Vespas are, again, those very small motorcycles have been produced here for more than 70 years, carrying generations of Italians to work, to school, lovers escaping their parents. So, again, the Vespa are, again, well, they're still around, and they're still being produced after, again, over 70 years. So, that's some of the products. Now, what about Italy itself? As I said, it's a reasonably small country. It's made up of 20 regions total. This region we've just entered in is called Lombardia, or Lombardy, and its capital is Milan. Now, Lombardia is the richest in terms of GDP by far. This region alone accounts for 25% of the GDP of Italy. Okay? It is that important. Lombardy is also the most populated region of Italy with its 10 million people. Now, what else, guys? What other numbers can I share with you? Well, The average wages in Italy vary substantially between the northern Italy part of Italy and the southern part of Italy. Here in the north, in cities like Milan and Turin, that other city in northern Italy to our west, to your right there, here people make around 2,000 to 2,200 euros, which is almost similar than the average French, German, or Dutch. However, in the south of Italy, people there make less than 1,000 euros average per month, okay? And that is why for many generations, South Italians have moved north trying to find jobs. Let me also tell you that the unemployment rate in the south of Italy for youngsters between the age of 18 and 25 is around 40%, 40. And again, that is why a lot of those youngsters are leaving the south and heading to northern Italy, to Germany, to France, and also to Britain. Now, Brexit might affect that. Britain leaving the EU might affect it somewhat. But again, for many years now, Britain has been a popular destination for Italians looking for jobs. What about the country of Italy? Well, it's actually fairly new. It was basically united in a